am emotional making this video because the president of South Africa has just announced that the army is going to be deployed to the Cape Flats, to gang-ridden areas of the Western Cape, and to Gauteng to combat violence. This is huge.
Illegal immigration continues to pose a risk to our security. Employers who hire foreign nationals without the required permits or visas will face the full might of the law.
Ramaphosa will go down in the history as the best president we once ever have in South Africa.
A quick reflection on the State of the Nation address. You know, Mzansi, I felt so stupid by giving my time to Ramaphosa, you know. And Ramaphosa never uttered a word as to say you should never come to South Africa illegally. We're gonna deal with you. Instead, he threatened South Africans.
Again, you know, that's a clear confirmation of what I've just said. He's incompetent.
Leave Ramaphosa alone. Leave Ramaphosa alone, Malema. I think now we have a jealousy.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's take a look at these updates coming in steady from the city of Cape Town, where the State of the Nation address was held, where also Ramaphosa made some good points, which is a disappointment to those that don't really like Ramaphosa, and then he made some bad points again, minusing from the small good that he was trying. Let's take a look at the fact that he mentioned the big thing that a lot of people wanted to see happening, that is law enforcement in South Africa, and they are bringing in the army. I'll take a look at the thoughts and sentiments around that. He talked about the big contentious issue, which is the water crisis in some of South Africa's provinces. Some have linked this water crisis to negligence by municipalities. Some have linked it to data centers. Some have linked it to mafias. But he's putting in money in that as well. Panyaza Le Sophie and your hotel bill. I hope you're covering that yourself. We'll take a look at the thoughts and sentiments around that point. He also mentioned a big ticket item for those who are for the Put South Africa First movement. He talks about companies being penalized for hiring illegal immigrants as part of their workers. And then he motioned it. Can I say that? He then messed it up by saying that no foreigners should be blocked from schools, no foreigners should be blocked from receiving healthcare. Excuse me, Mr. President. It's like you took 3 steps backwards from all the good that he was doing. He also spoke about the many commissions and committees, and he further added more. We'll talk about that as well. There are some who had their thoughts and sentiments about what Cyril Ramaphosa presented. Of course, his opposition will tell us that it's nothing new. We've heard this before. What is important is that the proof is in the pudding, and that is exactly what people want to see on the ground. Let's take a look at these views on the ground, those that are for, those that are against. Further, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. Let's continue. Take a look.
I will be deploying the South African National Defence Force to support the police.
This is how you should view the State of the Nation address. It's basically just setting of New Year resolutions for the whole country. Once you start to view it this way, it stops rubbing you the wrong way like it did in the past. You start to see yourself in your president, Mr. Ramaphosa. Like, you as a regular citizen, you have goals, right? You have New Year resolutions. And just because you didn't meet last year's New Year resolutions, it doesn't stop you from setting new, bigger and better New Year resolutions in the current year. That is basically the State of the Nation address in a nutshell.
First time in my life! Oh! My president! Oh! This is I saw my president in my life. Oh, please look after us. Yes. Please. Oh, please.
Yeah. Okay. She'll take the picture. She'll take a picture. Please. And you'll show your grandchildren.
Yes. Yes. My president, Amanda!
This year, we will take additional steps to secure our borders. Funding to strengthen border security will be prioritized, covering infrastructure, technology, and people. Employers who hire foreign nationals without the required permits or visas will face the full might of the law. As we undertake this intervention, we insist that the laws of our country must be observed by everyone. We will not tolerate violence and acts of lawlessness directed at foreign nationals. No foreign national should be unlawfully barred from accessing public facilities, including health facilities and schools.
Look at the EFF. Do you see any destabilizing here? Look at how disciplined they are when they are listening to President Ramaphosa. The opposition is also listening. So which means even South Africa, in majority, they are doing likewise. They are listening to the President of South Africa, the President of the country, President Ramaphosa. Guys, we are blessed to have this president. People used to say, paint him and say, Ramaphosa is the puppet of white. Do you see any puppet of white in him?
Another task team to do what? And that's what he keeps doing. I mean, again, that's a clear confirmation of what I've just said. His incompetence. The mere fact that he can't take decisions, he's always expecting and extending decisions to other people. How many task teams have we have in this country? And how much money are we spending in these task teams? From Madlanga Commission to all these commissions that he has got now a task team. Even within the Madlanga Commission, he's got now a task unit, a task force, a new unit. To now supposedly curb corruption or look into these allegations. But the reality is he's still sitting with the minister has not fired because of political patronage. Senzo Mkhunu.
Quick reflection on the State of the Nation address. Mzansi, I felt so stupid by giving my time to Ramaphosa, as he's constantly lying and making empty promises. And threaten us that those who are making chaos, who are preventing foreigners to occupy, or rather to have access in public facilities, are going to be dealt with. Emphasizing on that to me was more like threatening South Africans. And Ramaphosa never uttered a word as to say you should never come to South Africa illegally. We're gonna deal with you. Instead, he threatened South Africans and go as far as I'm gonna hire inspectors who's going to check those companies who are hiring illegal foreigners. But he never spoke of, I'm going to deal with drugs, what they are doing here in South Africa, the damage these foreigners are doing. No, he never said that. He came so strong against South Africans. And also Mzansi, uRamaphosa ucimba simuncu kakhulu xa isijongile. Akukho nto mna ndiye ndayiva kwinto ayithethileyo eyakhayo ngaphandle kosixelela into yoba siyalingana nabantu engengoba lapha eSouth Africa, and loo nto masiyamkele. Umongameli one-businesses uyingozi ngoba into ayibeka phambili sisisu sakhe nendlu yakhe, not abantu base-South Africa, abaseningizimu Afrika kabahoya ngokuqala uRamaphosa. And enye into endiye ndayifumanisa inamandla le-GNU fundi ke imginyile uba uholomisa i-GNU, imginye tu. Akusekho umuntu anoyithetha, necomment yakhe idizi okukagaitin Mackenzie.
Yazi lo baba lo ngiyazama ukumlalela mangabe ekhuluma, kodwa uphinda ngilahle lo baba, phinda ngishiye emuva mangabe ekhuluma. Usho ukuthi yena uyazi vele ukuthi kunabantu abalana ngokungekho emthethweni. So manje isolution ukuthi abakhiphe emsebenzini, noma isolution ukuthi umuntu ongenazi impepha la eSouth Africa makabuye. Angi-understand mina ukuthi angi-understand serious uRamaphosa ukuthi kahle kahle yena uthini. What about bona labantu abangenawo amaphepha, uyabo? Because manje lana phela sikhuluma ngabantu abangenawo amaphepha okuba la eSouth Africa. and then wena uthi uzophanisha laba abantu abaqhasha abantu abangekho emthethweni. Angi-understand mina lo baba hayi le president yenu. Hayi bafethu kunamabhoda laphana, kunabantu abangena every day abangena. Wena uthi uzophanisha abantu abaqhasha abantu abangenawo amaphepha la. Abadokotela Ramaphosa akakazilalele bayekhuluma. Hayi bafethu hayi.
This year, Home Affairs will launch the digital ID to enable safe and secure use of digital services for all South Africans. We will digitize driver's licenses, matric certificates, and services at the master's office. Citizens will be able to fill out police statements online and eligibility for SASSA grants online and be tested remotely. All these services will be made available by my Mzansi platform. Soon, every South African will be able to access many of the services they need.
Hayi, wenganza kwethu sekonakele. Othanda ukufaka lamasimbo okukhulunywa ngawo la. Awafaki. Umuntu nje othanda ukufaka lo dodo okukhulunywa ngawo la, awufaki. Lento le ilolupha ukuthola kwaSakhthana imark of the beast. Abantu abafundisa ambulo 13. Yabona? Umbuso manje ushintshile from COVID. Then the impilo was not normal from there.
We are busy watching the speech there by the tent where all the guests are sitting. Even the screens are off. The promises that he's giving us can't even give us proper screens. Watch. The GNU people can't even give us screens that are working. The ANC and DA are failing already. Check.
He's going to establish a trust team to resolve this matter.
And he's thinking that is going to do a bullet train. He can't even have the screens on till his speech comes to an end.
The bullet screens are gone.
He can't even screens on up until his speech comes to an end. And he's saying he's going to have bullet train. He's Yakan.
Yeah, there you have it. Those are some of the thoughts and sentiments coming in. They're diverse, of course, some for, some are against some of the points that were raised by the President of South Africa, that is Sir Ramaphosa. Do follow them on various social media platforms to get a broader sense of their contributions when it comes to the SONA and other issues of South Africa's governance. Some of these videos rather have been cut short so that they can fit in on this video and have as many perspectives as possible. As you have seen, they are diverse in nature, so that they rather can inform the conversations that we have when it comes to South Africa, the SONA, and all the different levels that have been touched by Sir Ramaphosa. Now, he made some key points which I'm sure the investors and the markets are happy about, and he also touched on things that the general public is happy about, and he touched on things that foreigners are particularly happy about. Right now, what are your thoughts on all the contributions that came in? Of course, there will be conspiracy theorists also coming in there with what it means with this new Home Affairs that's coming in. Some will even tell you that they are making way to rig the next elections with these digitized version of our IDs. Well, that's something that people should be worried about, but most of all is the fraud. Just now there was an alleged South African in Ireland that was about to get deported, but when you listen to the South African, it's not make sure, it's giving somewhere up north. But yeah, so there's opportunities for exploitation, especially even with digital. So hopefully they will lock that and protect the nation. As you know, also as well, you've seen that he spoke lengthily about safety, and he also spoke about restoring water in the different neighborhoods. He's putting in more money, and he went on to speak about the task force, the bullet trains. Sir Ramaphosa went in on this one. But what are your thoughts on this? Are these just another set of empty promises? Should we expect miracles? Should we expect efficiency? But the most important thing is that they promised us electricity and we got the electricity, didn't we? So is it a possibility that we might get at least maybe 80% of the stuff that he has listed? I've put here on screen his previous SONAs. It sounds like they've been saying the same thing, but just recycling it in different words. At the moment, the proof is in the pudding. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Will this GNU take us forward, or are they just delaying the inevitable, which is a possibility of MKP taking over? Please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. Please, let's meet on the next video. Bye.